and I want to welcome you to the grand opening for the brand new dynamic East County Library. I'll start by sharing a huge thank you to Mariachi Viva Mexico for sharing their beautiful mariachi music with us. If you miss them, don't worry, they will continue playing inside the library directly after the ribbon cutting. In addition to this library ribbon cutting, the City of Gresham, in partnership with Native American Rehabilitation Association, NARA, is hosting a ribbon cutting celebration for Ikanem Plaza at 11 a.m., which is adjacent to the library on the north side. I'm sure many of you have been watching this incredible library be built from the ground up. Now we've hit this milestone of the grand opening, and we cannot wait for you to experience all the incredible features inside and out. And with 95,000 square feet, the new East County Library has so much for you to explore, including a huge collection, a teen room, and 2 sensory spaces. With that, I'd like to read the following land and community acknowledgements. We honor the indigenous people whose traditional and ancestral homelands are now called Multnomah County. The Portland metro area rests on traditional village sites of the Multnomah, Wasco, Cowlitz, Cathlamnet, Clackamas, bands of Chinook, Tualatin Kalapuya, Molalla, and many other tribes who made their homes along the Columbia River, creating communities and summer encampments to harvest and use the plentiful natural resources of the area. This is from the Portland Indian Leaders Roundtable. We acknowledge the ancestors of this place and recognize that we are here because of the sacrifices forced upon them. In remembering these communities, we honor their legacy, their lives, and their descendants. Community engagement is central to these new libraries. Our teams engage with the East County community through focus groups, tabling, and other community outreach to help guide the design of these libraries. You'll hear more from some of these members today. We are so thankful to be joined by everyone here to celebrate East County Library's opening. So to start us off, I'd like to welcome our first speaker, Multnomah County Chair, Jessica Vega-Peterson.
Good morning, everybody. And it's truly a good morning, and a little chilly, but we are all here. So I just am so pleased to welcome everyone to the opening of our brand new East County Library. I am Jessica Vega-Peterson, your Multnomah County Chair, and I am so excited to be here to celebrate this incredible day with all of you. I want to just thank all of you for being here today, for being part of this excitement, this milestone. I want to thank, I know we have a lot of elected officials in here. I want to especially thank Mayor Travis Stovall, Gresham Mayor, for being here today. And General Manager Sam Jasu, who is here today as well. We have our several Multnomah County commissioners who are here today, and we'll be hearing from Commissioner Vince Jones-Dixon in a little bit from District 4. But I also wanted to acknowledge that there are other District 4 commissioners here who have been a part of this process, including former Commissioner Lori Stegman, former Commissioner Diane McKeel, I see current Commissioner Megan Moyer here today, and so just thank you. Any other, we have DA Vasquez here today as well, and many Gresham City Council folks, state legislators, any other elected officials, if you want to raise your hand so folks can acknowledge your presence here. Thank you so much. It's especially great to have the folks from TriMet and the City of Gresham here today because our teams have worked so closely with yours in terms of making this new library possible. So thank you all again for being here. It has been 5.5 years since the library capital bond passed in November of 2020. And now we are here in front of this spectacular new flagship library. I want to thank the people of Multnomah County for putting your faith in us these past few years. You asked us to deliver on beautiful modern spaces for our community, and we have delivered. You highlighted the great inequities in library spaces and facilities, especially here in East County, and we listened. Here is a 95,000 square foot building that rivals the scale of the Central Library in downtown Portland. You asked us to center historically underserved communities, and we have engaged thousands of community members throughout the thousands of hours of planning, design, and construction process to create this space for you. This space is for everyone, as all public libraries should be. This is an accessible space, whether you're walking, biking, or taking public transit here in East County. This is a space for our children who are going to benefit from the huge, secure indoor and outdoor learning and play areas and all of the exciting programming on offer here. This is a space for our teens who can study in the community rooms or create in the library system's first ever professional audio-visual studio. There is also a massive creative learning and makerspace offering robotics and 3D printing. My son is on his robotics team. I know he's going to love this space. This is a space for people of every age alike who are going to benefit from the large collection of multilingual books and media, the impressive 200-seat performance auditorium, which can host major events. I'm just going to put a plug in. My State of the County is going to be held here on Tuesday. This is open for the public, and I invite everyone to come on Tuesday afternoon. Before I hand it over to the next speaker, I want to give an incredibly huge thank you to our Library Capital Bond team for making it all possible. These are the people who have put in countless hours to make not just this, but all of the library renovations possible that the voters passed in 2020. They have come every single quarter to our Multnomah County Board to give us updates on how these projects are going, and their work and their dedication is why we have what we have today. So thank you so much. It is incredible to realize that with the opening of this library, we are actually almost done with our Library Capital Bond program. In 5 years, Multnomah County has successfully completed 18 building projects, with 2 more to be done before the end of this summer. These projects have increased the total library space by more than 50%, and most impressively, we have accomplished this on time and on budget. This work has been transformational for our entire Multnomah County community. Patrons love their new library, and I know you're going to love this one too. The people of East County deserve nothing less. Thank you so much for putting your faith in Multnomah County. I am so pleased to welcome our next speaker, Multnomah County Commissioner Vince Jones-Dixon.
Good morning. Good morning. If everyone can look up there, just real quick, that's one of our team members from the library staff in there. They are standing at the ready. You can wave at everybody up there. So I'm gonna make this really brief. It's an honor to be here this morning, and it's a full circle moment for me. I think some of you know that I served on city council for a term, and I had, I think, 2 meetings, Mayor, where we got to vote and engage with the library staff regarding this project. What led me to public office in the first place, as I was going out and knocking doors and gathering stories, community members kept on saying we need a community space, a rec center where we can come and where we can belong, that's free and accessible to everyone. Over the last year, I got assigned as the library liaison for the county commission, and initially I wasn't too excited about it because I wasn't at all. But it has been an encouraging, life-giving journey. I learned about programs like Everyone Reads. The first book that I read in over about a year was Toledo, and I heard about an author's journey through his life being moving here from, I believe it was out of the country like Venezuela, or El Salvador. And then this last year we had our our judge here, Ketanji Jackson Brown, and she shared about her story and the struggles as it pertains to leadership. And then I got even deeper and learned about our library staff and the programming that's available to all of us every single day, 7 days out of the week, here to you, and now we have it here in this space. And lastly, you'll hear from Terry and Carlos, who I've been building with. I've known them for the last 10 years. I'm a funeral director by trade. I've worked at Bateman Carroll Funeral Home, and they help to inform a lot of the programming and the spaces that are here. And initially, when you're a community liaison and you engage in a development project, you share all of these ideas, and then you don't expect them to come to fruition, but they did here in this space. We have an AV studio, we have a place where you can have quinceañeras and other events, large events, even memorial service if you like. We have a rooftop terrace, and that all came from intentionality and leadership. Right now I'm looking at the former director, Bailey. If it wasn't for your leadership, your vision, and the partnership with the other commissioners, Commissioner Stegman, I see you here, Commissioner McKill, I see you here as well, and then the partnership, the intentional partnership with TriMet Director or Chair Lewis, I see you here as well, and us, the City Council, this wouldn't have been possible. Over the last year, I've sat and I've watched folks like Anthony give tours, countless tours of this building. You should get a tour by him. And learn how we developed this space. Over 250,000 hours as of 6 months ago that was turned into this to make this possible. That's local jobs. Lastly, I'll share this final story. A week ago, I came here with my daughter. She is 15 years old. She's a freshman at Gresham High School, and I have 200 new nephews now. I told people that last week. But as we were walking in, we started to talk about just the building and the space and the hope for the future. And towards the end of the tour, she said, "Dad, I have access to all of this for free?" And then as we left, we continued to talk more about just life in general. And then as I was walking, it was like the power of just the walk and being with community that was sparked here in this space. And then I began to think about what would it look like to go from Rockwood or have a Fearless Square and partner with TriMet from Rockwood to the last stop, so everyone can have access to this space. And lastly, there's this conversation around belonging. And in this time, last week during the same tour, I was in the AV studio, making it really awkward and weird for my daughter and everybody else in the room. I think his name is Jody. He asked me, "Do you play an instrument?" I said, "Yeah, I used to DJ with records, real vinyl. And then also, I went to school for broadcasting, and I used to play the tenor saxophone." There was a 7th grader in there. He said, "I played the tenor saxophone as well." And we began to talk about just music and sound, and again, that's the power of space. We're going to have a big problem here in East Multnomah County because we're going to be producing the top and the best humans, getting to the access to the makerspace, AV studio, and in the auditorium to express yourself. And I just want to say thank you to every single voter that made it possible and every single person that had the hands and the feet that built this place. Thank you on behalf of the county, the board, and on behalf of us. We are building America's favorite county, and this is an example of that. So thank you again. Next. That was a mouthful. Next, we have our great leader, Director Lewis, the Director of Libraries here. Annie, it's all yours.
Morning, everyone. I am Annie Lewis. I'm your Director of Libraries, and I'm absolutely overjoyed to welcome you to your new East County Library. Today is such an exciting milestone. We are following through on the promise that we made to Multnomah County voters in 2020. The promise we made to all of you, our community who supports and loves its libraries. East County Library is a true destination for everyone in this county. Working with our partners at TriMet and the City of Gresham, we turned an underused park and ride into a 95,000, you're gonna hear that a lot today, square foot library. This major expansion of library access in Multnomah County has been a long time coming. Multnomah County's small but mighty libraries have served its community for over a century. In fact, Multnomah County Library is one of the busiest libraries in the nation, despite having one of the smallest footprints of any urban system in our country. But now, with the opening of East County Library and the 19 other projects across Multnomah County, we are finally bringing the modern, spacious libraries that our community deserves. Today, I can share that the library is nearly complete with our voter-approved bond work, with 2 more libraries opening up this summer, and as the chair said, with all of these projects completed on time and ahead of schedule. Since the beginning, this work has been community-driven, and it shows. East County Library not only reflects the vision of current and former library leaders, but more importantly, it is filled with amenities that our community asked for, including a 200-seat auditorium, creative learning room that you heard the commissioners speak about, audio-visual studio, a gorgeous rooftop terrace. I can't wait for you all to see it today. Beautiful artwork driven by our community, and nearly 200,000 books, CDs, Blu-rays, DVDs. Yes, people still check those out. That represent the cultural and language diversity of our neighborhood. So I'd like to take a few moments, and thank the very many people that were involved in this project. Thank you to TriMet and the City of Gresham. Thank you, Pulse Architecture, Fortis Construction, the general contractor. And thank you to the community members who provided so much incredible input to inform the design of East County Library. With the help of Programa Hispano, Black Economic Collective, and ERCO, we heard from thousands of Multnomah County residents about what they wanted in their library. Thank you to the incredible artists who worked with Regional Arts and Culture Council and Portland Street Art Alliance to develop inspiring artwork for these new spaces. A special thank you to the Library Foundation and the donors that have supported the many amenities at East County Library, including the amazing early learning spaces, the outdoor area, the opening weekend celebration, our creative learning room, our AV studio. Thank you also to the Friends of the Library who generously supported the development of East County Library. I would also like to thank the Multnomah County Library and Program Management staff who have put years into the planning and effort to make this library possible. Thank you also to the East County Library staff for the work you have put into preparing this library for opening and the work you will do every single day to provide superior service to this community. Thank you also to the elected officials here today, especially Chair Vega Peterson, District 4 Commissioner Vince Jones-Dixon, and City of Gresham Mayor Stovall. I'd also like to thank the folks who have championed these vital projects for years, for those who had the vision to make this all possible. Thank you to former Library Director Bailey Elke. Thank you also to the former Multnomah County Chair, Deborah Kafori, and former Multnomah County Commissioner, District 4, Lori Stegman, and Diane McKeel. And now I am very pleased to introduce our next guest and my colleague who's been a critical and important part of this effort, Director of Department of County Assets, Tracy Massey.
All right, good morning, everybody. Just like everybody before me, this is so exciting and thrilling. And as Andy said, I am Tracy Massey. I am a more than 30-year resident of Multnomah County and the person responsible for leading facilities and IT at the county. And I'm just thrilled to be here. As an executive sponsor, I've championed this project from the initial site search that landed us here to today's celebration. I've had the great honor to work both with Bailey and Annie on this project. It's exciting and rewarding to see the library rise up from the ground and serve all of Gresham, all of East County, and the region. I have many extended family who live nearby, and they are so excited to be here. Through tireless collaboration and hard work, we've delivered a masterpiece of incredible space, features, sustainability, and it's your new library, accessible, rich with art, and built for generations of East County families to treasure. To ensure the library's sustainability for generations, Energy Trust of Oregon partnered with us early on, providing the design assistance and technical support to bake energy efficiency into the building's very foundation. As a result, the library is on track for LEED Gold certification, one of the highest standards for energy efficiency in buildings and the standard for county construction. Yeah, it's pretty cool. In addition, approximately 885 linear feet of photovoltaic panels on the building rooftop that Annie noted convert sunlight into electricity, which is pretty cool. The building also has a battery energy storage system, which stores renewable energy produced by the photovoltaic panels during off-peak times for use during peaks and to be fed back into the electricity grid. You might also notice the dots on the glass. That's for bird protection. Patrons will also enjoy the transformative technology, which includes audio-visual technology in the brand new auditorium and in the community rooms for easier community connection, including assistive listening systems, which amplify sounds from lectures, presentations, story times, and events, allowing hard of hearing patrons to fully engage with library programs and resources. A studio with high-tech equipment and acoustical treatments for recording music, podcasts, or videos. All new self-checkout stations to provide better patron experience. Automated materials handling to increase the efficiency of checking in and sorting books, the 200,000 that are here at the library. And a new fiber network, which offers increased internet speeds and bandwidth, including reliable Wi-Fi coverage in outdoor areas around the building. I'm really proud to lead this work alongside Multnomah County Library and everybody in the community. And I have to say, Commissioner Jones-Dixon's speech brought tears to my eyes. And to speak to the work of our partner, TriMet, I'm pleased to introduce Sam DeSue.
Wow, just looking out, and this is beautiful. Congratulations, everyone. Give a big round of applause. Good morning, everyone, and congratulations, Chair Vega Peterson, Commissioner Dixon, Mayor Stovall. What a jewel for East County, East Multnomah County. What a jewel. The city of Gresham and all of your community members. Thank you, Tracy, and thank you, Annie, and your teams for such a major project through completion. It's an honor to be here this morning, celebrating the grand opening of this beautiful facility. I speak for our board of directors, including our board president, Laverne Lewis, who is here this morning, as well as our transit-oriented development team that's here as well. If you could just raise your hand. We are proud to be part of this because this building represents the power of strong partnership. TriMet partnered with Multnomah County to turn the land here into a community space that will thrive into the future. At TriMet, we believe transit does more than move people from point A to point B. It connects people to opportunity, to possibility. I could not be more pleased to take a former underused park and ride and to the destination that we have in front of us now. A destination that's going to draw people to East County, that's going to bring new vitality into the community and support nearby businesses. This is true transit-oriented development, steps away from our MAX line that you see here and also our FX bus lines that are here. Easy transit access means students can get tutoring sessions, receive homework help, and reach study spaces safely and interdependently. It means that families don't need a car to use this essential public space, making the destination more affordable. Story Times is just a short trip away for young people. The East County Library is a perfect example of what can be achieved when agencies work together with a shared vision. So on behalf of TriMet, yes, absolutely. On behalf of TriMet, job well done on this remarkable facility. So now it's my privilege to turn it over to my friend, a former TriMet board member, an innovative leader, and a dedicated public servant, Gresham Mayor Travis Stovall.
Y'all can do better than that. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Gresham. Oh yeah. I always say it's sunny in Gresham 364 days a year. Yeah, there is that one day. This might be it. So, with that, folks, welcome to Gresham, the fourth largest city in the state, the second largest city in the Portland metro region. Some of you are now shocked, aren't you? Yes, we are the second largest city in the Portland metro region, the fourth largest in the state. I don't say that to brag. Okay, maybe a little. No, really, I say that to talk about the significance of the city of Gresham to our region and our state. Because many times we don't recognize the tremendous efforts that we have here in our city to really give back to our communities. So I am ecstatic that we get to open up this Center for Community Enhancement. Yes, you call it a library, but I call it the Center for Community Enhancement. Why do I call it that? Because ultimately, when I had the first conversation with Bailey, I gave her a challenge. I said libraries in their historical presentation were places where people can access knowledge to enhance their lives. And I said if we don't achieve that with this new facility, then we miss the boat. So it's not just the physical plant that we need to leverage, but it's the programming. And one of the things that we look to do here in Gresham is raise people from poverty to prosperity. And I am excited to say that since 2020, between 2020 and 2024, poverty in the city of Gresham has gone down by over 30%. Now, folks, that doesn't happen by accident. That happens through intentional efforts by a lot of folks. And I want to make sure that not a moment goes unrecognized, or not a moment goes by without recognizing the folks that helped make that happen, and that is the Gresham City Council. Let's give them a big round of applause. We have lots of them here today, our council president, Councilor Hinton, Councilor Brown, Councilor Piazza. So I'm telling you folks, I am just super blessed to have the opportunity to serve with these great leaders. Because it's the efforts that these individuals put in that has helped that to happen. But it's also not just our city council. There's also our incredible staff and team at the city of Gresham, led by Eric Schmidt. Projects like this don't come off, I think this smoothly, this quickly, without lots of partnerships. And I think I am so blessed. We are so incredibly lucky to have the county as a partner, have TriMet as partners, but then also to have Eric Schmidt and the team at the city of Gresham, Ashley Miller, who's head of community development, really just leading a team of folks that always consistently delivers for our community. So let's give them another big round of applause. We've got Keith Goldberg back here. So folks, I just want to take this brief opportunity just say thank you. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting this effort. Everybody that's worked on this project to deliver on what we are bringing to this community, which is a tremendous, again, a center for community enhancement. Because without these efforts, we will not achieve the big things that we are looking to achieve. And it's through the collective effort of all of you that has caused this to happen. Now, I want to end by referencing something that when I found out about it somewhat shocked me, but when you hear it, it's somewhat intuitive. And this new facility, the new programming, the new opportunities that exist here are going to assist us in this challenge. The number one predictor of incarceration is literacy. Let me say that again. The number one predictor of incarceration is literacy. So we now have a 95,000 square foot facility with incredible programming to address that key issue to ensure that we can continue to lift people from poverty to prosperity, to give them opportunities that they've never had before. So I just want to say thank you all for joining us this morning. Make sure you spend copious amounts of money here in Gresham before you leave. And with that, I just want to say it makes my heart smile that we get the opportunity to share in this moment this morning. Now, before I leave the stage, I want to make sure that I highlight our next speaker, because that's my only responsibility that was clearly identified to me, to make sure I get this right. And it's an organization that we have partnered with in the City of Gresham for a long time, El Programa Hispano Católico. And this morning we have joining us in our next speaker is Carlos Hernandez. So Carlos, come on up. Woo! Thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for joining us.
For me, I share the joy with you. Carlos Hernandez, community persons for a long time ago. Right now I'm doing family engagement for Programa Hispano. A word about the Programa Hispano. We are a nonprofit, cultural, specific agency that has been working with the East County community for over 40 years. We started with the migrant camp, and right now we have three main departments: education and wellness, which I'm part of, economic stability, and our UNICA department that serves domestic violence and sexual abuse victims. So big shout out to the Programa Hispano. They're all here today. It is an honor to be speaking here today. I'm just, wow. Look at all the people, look at all this building. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to represent not only the Programa Hispano Católico, but also my fellow colleague champions, not only from the Programa, but throughout the community, to represent the Spanish-speaking community who we engage with throughout this process. And also representing AJ and Kaden Hernandez, my boys, because they were part of the process too. They have come and watched this building go up little by little. The big crane, the Christmas tree, we drove by every single day and said, look, the wall is up. Oh, look, the other wall is up. So it has been wonderful to witness that with my family. And finally, a couple of words of my engagement with the community. It has been an enriching experience to be a bridge with the library folks in our community. It is enormous to understand the monumental results of that engagement. The community will benefit for years and years to come, not only through literacy, but community engagement, through being part of the community. On that note, I'd like to say thank you to all of the, from top to bottom, library and public officials for including the often forgotten and marginalized communities. We say thank you for engaging us in designing this new East County Library. I want to say thank you for your intentionality. Thank you for your deliberate outreach. Thank you for including us. Thank you for seeing us. And also thank you for making us part of this instrumental part of the process to make this wonderful modern biblioteca, library. And I like to end with a quote from one of the parents in one of our focus groups. She said, al fin, algo que es nuestro, porque también fue construido para nosotros y nuestros hijos, y porque ayudamos a diseñarla. Don't worry, I'll translate for you. I got you. One of the parents from our group said the following: finally, something that is ours, because it was built for us and for our children, and because we helped design it. So, gracias. I'm Carlos Hernandez from el Programa Hispano, and I have the tremendous honor to call out to the stage my colleague, my friend Terry Watley, from Community Management Black Economic Collective. Come on up, Terry.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. I just want to take a second to take in what's around us. And this has been a long time coming. I just want to start with that. But my name is Terry Watley. I'm the Community Engagement Manager for Black Economic Collective, or BEC for short. Since 2022, our mission has been to serve low-income Black African American families, youth, and neighborhoods hit hardest by climate change, high energy costs, housing insecurity, and instability. We run economic empowerment programs for financial literacy, youth enrichment programs for job readiness, and literacy for Black students. We also connect students with paid internships, scholarships, and often partner with Black student unions. Now, through our BSU partnerships and programs, we are hoping to bring even more professionals into schools from positions where students can see themselves thriving from prestigious careers. I'm honored here today because of this library, because this library is more than books. It's a place where opportunity and doors opens doors. This has been a long process of dreams, imagination, and possibility for our new Gresham Library. Black people have come so far, but often met with so many barriers every step of the way. I want to remind you that there was a time when Black folks were either killed or punished for writing or reading books. So right now in this lifetime, use this house of opportunity so that we may always thrive from the seeds of our inspirations, past and present, while creating a pipeline of discovery and opportunity. I can see it now, really. This library is now a part of that pipeline. These computers can host internships, applications. These meeting rooms hold workshops. These shelves can hold career guides, science, and Black history that belongs to all of us. This library is a new home for ambition, and we can't wait to fill it with our hope, opportunities, and voices of our community, right? So, we are looking forward to filling these rooms not just with readers, but with future leaders, homeowners, engineers, and change makers. So, I want to open it up and let you know that, Sam, I resonate with what you said earlier. I'm going to be here, late at night reading my kids' stories. I read to them every night, and I think this is a very much appreciation for my family and my family's legacy to have, been a part of this process, and our organization been a part of this process. But yeah, let's open these doors and get to work.
Your East County Library is now open. Come on in.
He's so human, dude. It hurt my eyes.
Respective there and they're together.
It's a shame you went with the minis.
Let those kids figure this out now, you know? We're almost there.
Actually,
There's a drain over there. I wonder.
yeah, I don't think there's any.